Hey everyone, Overkill is back with yet another video checking out this very awesome cable from Amazing Yamaguchi powered by Revoltech. This is a pretty recent release and it's got some amazing artwork on the package, so I want to go ahead and start looking at that first. You can see some of the comic stuff in the back behind the picture of the figure, and we pan to the side, we see a couple comic stuff here. Same on the other side. And then the back is where it's all at. Let me check out all this. This is some really, really awesome artwork. And I think it at least has the sculptor on the top here. And it does. The artwork itself, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just Amazing Yamaguchi who done it. I don't know. But it's cool how they did all this. And it looks really freaking awesome. So, let's just go ahead and take this out of the box and check it out. So what we'll have first is the insert. Really awesome artwork of Cable. Digging that. See the Marvel logo down here. And then, we have him with his accessories and his clamshell. And of course, the first thing we're going to check is the cable. So let's get all the plastic outside of his joints. Be careful not to leave any in. I don't think it would hurt it, but I just don't want a bunch in it. It's been a while since I've got anything from this specific toy company. There we have it. First, we'll take a look at some of the detail and articulation on them, and you can see pretty solid looking cable. I love the eye effect. The arm looks amazing on them. With the X-Men symbols, the blue and yellow look really great, and the textured look to his outfit look really awesome. Blends very well. A nice blend of East versus West in making this figure. And that's pretty cool. Almost makes it look like his hair is articulated, and it may be. I think it kind of slightly is the way it's made. So that's pretty cool. He's got a lot of movement up there. Digging that. And he does have butterfly joints. And he's got pretty good rotation. You just got to be careful of these shoulder pads. He does have double jointed elbows. Looks pretty cool. Full rotation at the wrist and hand, because you can change out the alternate hands. Same on the other arm. And he can bend really well for an ab crunch and torso. Going back, you can see he popped off though. But you can tell he's on a ball. The legs, he can't do a split. He pops right off. But he does have an upper thigh cut. That allows for pretty much full rotation. All of his pouches keep falling off. Everything falls apart on him as I'm trying to show you. Makes it look like everything just falls off easy. Not necessarily, just the way that I'm posing it. The double jointed knees. And then at the foot, sits on a ball and peg. So you get great movement with toe articulation. And while I'm going ahead fixing all these as I go, all these pouches come off. They're all pegged in. So you can have whatever ones you want on the figure whenever you want them. Even up here, you can see they fold out. They go in a peg. That's really cool. Got the grenades here. Digging that. Just an overall solid figure with a lot of features. Just kind of easily falls apart if you pose him too much. It definitely is a posing figure and not a play figure. We'll try to stand him here and get to some of his features, which is the guns that he has. And they're really light. Hate to say it, but they feel kind of like cheap plastic. They look nice. They just don't feel like they could handle a lot of movements or falling off shelves or anything of that nature. Then we have this. And it feels the same way as the first gun. Well, what's kind of cool about this gun is that it transforms. You put it here, and I think these flip forward, and flip this back, and he has a sniping rifle, which is pretty cool. I'm digging that. That is a definitely bonus that helps out with the way that the guns feel. I don't think this one has any kind of breakaway features or anything. It looks like it does. It's got something going on with it. And I think I'm figuring it out. I'm not sure. It's got like a slide feature to it. That's pretty weird. I don't know about this gun for sure. Pretty wicked though. So at the very least, we know that we can just kind of transform these things around how we want. And have a couple different guns for them. That's pretty epic. I'll have to try more of that out and figure it out. And if I do, I'll show some pics at the end of the video. Next, he has another gun. One of his trademark guns. Liking that. And he actually has two of those. So he comes with a lot of guns. He has a couple little pieces inside just to hold stuff onto his body. An alternate head with that eye really getting a good glow effect. I bet that would look nice in a black light or something. And then lastly, we have alternate hands, which are the same on both sides, just, you know, one is metal hand and one's not. If you can see it there or not. And then we have the trigger fingers, which are really cool. All that's left in the package, it seems, is his stand, which is a really nice addition to have for the figure. So, I say we go ahead and try to see how these guns look with them, and I'll get right back to you. Looks like you can take these little pouches out. And what's cool, you can put the guns in to hold them for you. That way you don't have to have those pouches falling off all the time. And there is a second one here, just to make him look like he's got a very heavy arsenal of weapons. I'm really digging that. He has a little piece here, and it appears to go into this, like so. And he could put this huge gun on his back. And then we can go ahead and put his big gun in his hands. But here he is posed up, and he does have all of his weapons on him. And you can see the pouches are kind of to the side. I can move the hands over to the side. And before we finally look at him posed up, I want to show you a little tool this guy came with. And it's a nifty little thing. It's a little white piece. You see it here. It's got like two little picks in it. What it is inside his heads. I don't know if you'll be able to tell this or not, but yeah, you can see right here this little white ball. You essentially use this to pop that out. It's like, I guess it's a eye changer slash you get this thing out with it and stuff. It's very weird, and to kind of give you a better idea, I will pull out the manual, and it does have instructions on how to break down all the weapons and stuff. So sorry I wasn't able to fully get that one. I'm going to have to kind of go through it a little bit better because it shows the side pieces coming off. I don't know if both of them are supposed to combine or what, but it's a lot to it in a way. And I'm not as familiar with this line as I am some of the others. So, you know, be patient with me on that aspect. But you can see this little tool here is shown, and it pops out the pieces. And you can, I guess you could take them out and just have two eyes inside if you wanted to. Or you can possibly change out his effects on each head. I don't know. But I just wanted to let you know about that little feature. But we can take a little bit closer look of him now. And what I would like to do is see how he does look with this head on it, because I really like this effect here. And I want to hold him, and I want to point out that a lot of pieces fell off really easy on him as I did stuff. And as I'm saying that, his head's not wanting to come off, but he had something fall off just now. It looks like another... That's interesting. If you look closely, you can see his eye has that yellow effect. But it looks like there's another one that looks identical. So either that's an extra, and I'm sorry for my phone. I've had issues with this video, so I will stop right here and apologize that this one isn't as up to quality as some other reviews. We're having issues with space, and it's been crashing on me, so hold tight with me on that, and I will be back to getting you a little bit better quality. But you see, it looks the same, so I don't know why it's got two of them. But you can tell that this little tool, I guess it helps pop that out, like so. That's a good way of showing you what I mean. But you can see the different faces there. Why I've got two of that one effect is beyond me. We also have this hairpiece that was in the back. That's what looked like it was articulating on him. So, interesting. I guess it just kind of fits in. Kind of like so. Oh, I see what it does. It just wraps around inside, and you put it around that peg. It allows for articulated hair. That is pretty cool. I'm legit surprised by this figure. There's stuff that I really enjoy. There's stuff that I kind of don't. But for the most part, I'm really digging it. And you can see with that other head. Let me move this stuff out of the way. And that's what he kind of looks like. He's got his sniping rifle in hand. This is how I'm going to pose him. He's got this other gun on the back. And that's the one I was having issues with posing. So sorry about that. And he does have his dual wielding pistol type guns here. And this gun, as I showed you, it fully breaks away and it can be changed out a bunch of different ways. So that's pretty epic. And he moves enough that you can get him into a pose to look like he's pretty much looking down the scope at you. And I'm really digging that. That's super awesome. I cannot say enough about the posability, the articulation, and the detail on this figure. It's really amazing. The face sculpt, give or take, it's not necessarily my favorite Cable face sculpt, but it's still pretty epic. But the metal on the arm and stuff looks awesome. The guns, how they're made, are awesome. I was kind of against them, how light they felt, but now I see why. So there's a lot of cool stuff. It's just, you got to be really careful posing, because while I was getting them in positions, his feet was falling off, his legs were falling off, his waist fell off. So take all of that into consideration. But I'm going to go ahead and end that there. I appreciate you watching and all the support I've got. Until next time, I bid you all farewell.